Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, kind of like how we did with the smithing video for like free to play / low levels, we're going to be doing that today for crafting. Now, crafting, when I was doing the Escaping free to play series, was a massive way for me to make GP, and it's probably one of the reasons why I escaped free to play so quickly. So what we're going to do in this video is talking through some crafting methods, and what we're mainly going to focus on is jewelry, but then there's some other methods which are very important as well. Now, the absolute best way to start any crafting on any account to begin with is going to be through Flax. Now, Flax is possibly one of the best ways to make some very early starter GP. It's very cheap, it's only 100 GP each, so you can make that money quite quick, kill some rabbits, even an invert rabbits. You're pretty much set up with Flax for a little while. Now, the reason why Flax is so good to do is because it's really good crafting XP, and you do this in the Lumbridge Castle. You go to the top floor to bank, and then the floor below is where you can go and do it and turn into bowstrings through the spinning wheel. Now, it's a little bit up in price at the minute. 135 GP each is quite high for Flax, but what you turn the Flax into is bowstrings. So you're taking 130 GP, and then you're turning that into 846 while getting crafting XP, which it's a great way to fund the account and fund it up for what we're looking to do later on. Now, the majority of this is going to be aimed at jewelry, and the reason why is because jewelry has such a demand on it, especially the ones I'm going to run through and show you now. So one really important item which we're going to need to keep an eye out for is possibly one of the best things to invest in whenever it goes down in price. If you've watched a couple of market watches before, you know I always mention gold bars. Whenever they have a crash, it's worth putting money into because they are always going to go up, because of the demand on necklaces for porters. Now, if you are a non-member and you don't know what porters is using divination to create items which basically bank stuff for you. So it really pays dividends for someone to have these items because it makes all forms of skilling a lot more AFK. But to do that, they have to buy the necklace to do it with. So for a gold bar, which also is a little side note as well, can be a decent way to make some GP by making the actual gold bar. 2.6k there, and the gold ore is going to be a price of 915. So you can make 1.6k per gold bar if you wanted to. You don't have to, but then again, that is a very good way to make some GP. You just need 40 smithing. But anyway, back to what we were really here for. So what we're going to be doing is looking at necklaces. So the only tier which I think you might struggle to make some profit with is sapphires. But then again, you can check decent profit margins. As you can see here, the price for sapphire necklace, for whatever reason, was really high in the Grand Exchange, but that's sold for 2,000 coins, so we know straight away that a sapphire necklace is not worth doing. Things with sapphires which could be worth looking into, maybe the bracelet. The bracelets of clay aren't too bad, but again, mid-price, it's below the price for gold bar, so really that's not worth it. The main one to focus on though is emeralds. Emeralds, we've got two different options really. So with the level of 27, we can look at doing emerald rings. And level 29, we can do emerald necklaces. So what I would personally recommend, do Flax until level 29. It really won't take you that long, and it really won't be that painful, and you'll make enough to buy a decent amount of supplies. Because of the price of the gold bars, you are going to have to invest a little bit of cash into it. But again, 27 or 29, you'll make some decent profit. So what we need alongside that is an emerald. Emeralds, as well as all the other gems, are incredibly cheap nowadays. So whereas before, the gold bar used to be the cheap thing and everything else used to be expensive, in terms of gems. It's kind of the other way around now, but we can buy a emerald for 700 GP, let's say. And with the price of the gold bar there, we're going to be looking at making about 3.3k is where we would need to be to make profit. Now, emerald rings are worth a shout out because they're turned into rings of dueling in members, and always have a very sporadic price. There are times I've sold rings of dueling for quite easily 12 to 13k because there's low volumes. Whereas with emerald rings, they kind of follow a similar trend, but it sort of peter out at about 8 to 9k. But as you can see, for 3.3k, we can make 1,000 coins profit by just turning them into emerald rings. And for an emerald necklace, we will make a price of, again, 5.5. It's slightly higher for that. So really in this term, you want to do the emerald necklace because you're going to make 2.2k. And again, what I would suggest to do is continuously price check these two items because the prices between the two shift and change an awful lot. And depending on the day or depending on what hour you decide to sell, they could be a different price. But those are the two which are pretty much bankers and what I made a lot of money with. For whatever reason, they could spike, and if they spike, I would suggest you sort of cash in, knuckle down, and keep on them, because when the money's good with these two items, you can make a crazy amount per 1,000 you do. Also as well, if you have enough cash built up where you can have 1,000 selling and 1,000 of supplies, don't be afraid to try and hold your price. Like, these items sometimes can hit peak low volume, and because of that, people pay a lot more money to buy them. So you want to make sure you're making the most profit. I want to make sure you're making the most profit. That's why we're doing this video. Just make sure to hold your price as well. So along with jewelry, we can also do the upgrade rubies. So ruby necklaces as well can be something we can look at doing. Diamond necklaces as well. So a ruby necklace is level 40 and a diamond necklace is level 56. Now, the only reason why I focus on these is because the ring counterparts really aren't as good. Again, we're trying to focus on creating porters because we know that porters sell. Porters have got the demand and the market. A diamond is at 620 and a ruby as well will be very cheap. Let's have a look. 365. And then we want to have a look at a ruby necklace. Go 4.5k for that. So again, that's not too bad. Very cheap gem as well with a ruby. 4.6. So for that, we have come in with a price of 2.6. Let's say 3,000 coins. A ruby necklace is going to make you 1.6k. And just because something's high tiered, don't presume that you're going to make more money with it, because the emerald one will probably outperform diamond as well. But I'll just go and check the price of the diamond necklace. 4.5, yeah, so a emerald necklace outperforms all three, even though diamond necklace didn't buy. So let's just whack on and see if it does. So a diamond is actually 6.2, so the diamond did actually do better. So a diamond necklace, you can pretty much make about 3k profit on it per go as well. But again, this is why if I was doing this on non-members or a low members account, I will continuously be checking the prices and checking the margins just to make sure I am making what is correct. If I was also a members account and I was inclined to get something like, I think it's 27 mage. Yes, 27 mage. Look at him go. I would look to enchant those rings, because turn them into rings of dueling, you will just make a little bit more profit. And good profit as well, because rings of dueling do sell very well and a decent price there. Yeah, so as another extra money maker, if you're a member, you could buy emerald rings, turn them into rings of dueling, and you're going to be making about a 3k profit per ring once it sells. And these things are just for spiking machine. Like, there are times these go so cheap and so expensive as well. You really, if you're ever dialed in with rings of dueling, you will know what I mean. Their prices are all over the place, all of the time as well. So we are currently sat at about, I think that's like 5 or 6 money making methods. And just because we like to spoil you guys, I'm going to throw one more in, which is very good. And there actually might be 2 more if I think about it enough as well. So one of the things I got to doing as well with Escaping Free-to-Play was Dragon Leather. For whatever reason, this thing is a money-making machine. Like, I can't believe a green Dragon Leather is so cheap. So we've just bought that for 750 GP each. Now we can craft this and it's going to turn into 4.7k. Now, you could take this a bit further if you want to buy a nature rune, and this is going to turn into 3.8k. So that is just 1.7k profit. If you want to take it one step further, it can also be worth alching if you want the magic XP, or if you're someone looking to fund your own auto alka, you can turn those into your auto alka on members, and you can pretty much feed it and make it even more GP as well. The green D-hide bodies are very good. They're actually very good XP as well. So if you wanted some quicker XP, going to Dragon Leather crafting can actually be a lot better. On free-to-play as well as lower level, the blue dragon hide as well. Blue dragon leather seems to be up in price a little bit, so maybe not as good, but green will always make you profit, and it is very, very solid. Now, like I've said before, this is a lower level / free-to-play guide. In the next couple of weeks, we'll come with more crafting methods, aiming more towards the higher level and mainly members money-making guides. But what I wanted to do, whenever I can do it, I like to make something for the free-to-play community, because I know you guys are there. I know you guys love to make a little bit of extra profit as well. And if this can help you guys get to that next stage of account wealth, or whether you can afford a bar, it really is worth me doing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, if you've got any free-to-play methods you want me to go through, or any skills you want me to explain or go through as well, drop it in comments and I'll get them done. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.